Welcome to Frederick's Workshop. My name is Jason, and in this one I need to clean this area. So my spice cabinet area right above the stove. There's the work stove right here, and I've got nothing. I got to move stuff around when I try to find it, so it's just a shelf or something in there would be awesome, but why do that when we can go further and waste good quality wood for, well, some good quality wood for something that's whatever built, what we do. So I'm going to mount it right here on this side. So it'll just get mounted right there. So unfortunately this is that thin crappy stuff, so what I'll do is when I attach it I will put the screws in this cabinet, through them into the back of the rack. The spice rack will go here. It's 10 inches between the little pieces of trim on the two sides, so 10 and 28 high. So I'm going to make it 24 by 9 by 9.5, something like that. I don't remember what I decided on. 9.5. 28 by 9.5. So let's get out in the shop and get this thing building. So I've got this piece of leftover plywood. I'm going to cut down. I'll use it. It's plenty big enough. And then I got a couple of pieces of nice Padauk that I'm going to use for edge banding around it. At least that's all I know of so far, but I'm going to use this to get the main back part and see what I got from there. And I also got a dowel somewhere around here. There it is. I'm going to use a dowel if I got enough of it. So let's get started. Let's start by ripping this piece of Baltic birch here down to 9 inches in width. Gotta find all my power. Gotta need power out in this shop. Extension cord. So a 3 splitter. So I can plug that in. Turn on the shop vac. Turn on the table saw. Making shelves. Now, that Padauk is 1/4 inch thick, and I want this thing to be 24, so I'm going to make it 23.5. And then we'll cut that on the miter saw, so I got to set that up and I'll cut it. We'll be back. So I took a piece of the same plywood, put it up against the fence on my bandsaw, and then slid the fence till it just touched the blade. So that way I know how thick to cut these pieces of Padauk as I break it. Got the light on, turn my dust on, and get to cutting. piece. there we go. There's 3 pieces. Here's the fun thing. When we're not using any tools, we can have light. I need more power. One extension cord can either run the lights or power tools. Can't have both. It's a dangerous shot. So now I'm going to pick the best 2 looking pieces. That one for sure. And that one. And this one will be used for the top and bottom. So now, I like this side. So I'm going to flip this over. I like this side. So I'm going to flip this over. And we're going to use the blue tape clamp trick. Hopefully it works. So let's get this on here. I'm going to try to flush up one side, the top bottom side just being the one side, and then we'll be able to trim off if I have to with the tool saw. Let's get some blue tape ready. And if this side's the ugly side, so I'm going to flip it back. There's one piece of tape. Get the other side, and done. Now, let it dry, and I'll flip it over and attach the other side to it, and then we'll let it dry. So there's been a slight change of plans with the idea here. I was going to use a dowel to hold them in there, but now I'm just going to add, because I don't have enough Padauk to do this, what I was originally planning. So my new plan is to, on the shelves with the Padauk, whenever I put the edge banding, we're calling it around there, is to make it a little bit taller on the shelf top side, I guess we'll say. So it adds a lip. So the little lip will keep the things on there. So we got a 3-inch piece. I'm going to cut them to just shy of 1 inch because of the curved blade. So I've got my fence just on this side, short of 1 inch. So I'm just going to cut 3 strips out of it. All right. Now here in the dark, I'm going to sand these up a little bit, these pieces that I just cut, and then sand off some of my trim on the other one here. Just do some sanding for a little bit, clean them up some, and then we'll worry about the shelves, which I have here, and they're just 3-inch by 9-inch pieces that I have left over. So let me get this stuff sanded down, and then we'll be back. I got the pieces sanded down. That should do good enough. Actually, I might do that a little bit more, but I'm not there yet. I can go back to that. Get that back side there a little better. Either way, got them down where I can at least I need to get the next pieces started here, which is put the shelves actually on the back. So the best thing I can think of is to take the 3 pieces of Padauk, since it's the same thickness as the trim pieces around here, lay them up against the side of it, standing this up. These shelves can rest on this Padauk. Should line it up at the bottom, or so it'll be center. It'll be in the right spot. So I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to the back side, and then brad nail these bad boys on. I think it's gonna work. I don't know, we'll try. And spices are not overly heavy. So just look at this. This has got the ugliest part right here, so I'm going to add the glue to this side. And I'm just going to do one shelf at a time. Let it sit for a little while. Right there. Right there. Now, I don't know how to do this best way. So I'm going to just go right here and then try to shoot a brad. That one. Make sure it's lined up. pinch it here the best I can. Shoot Brad there. Not blow out. And I'll probably just for shits and giggles add one in the center. And there we go. One shelf attached. With that glue dry. And then I'm just clean up some of this will squeeze out right there. And then add the other shelves. Alright, so these 4 shelves are glued and brad nailed into place. And then I put the first piece of trim, which you can see the little bit of overlap right here, which you add a lip around the edges. Flushed up this side, and then flushed up this side. Got in a couple clamps, and I'll let that sit and dry. And while that dries, then I'll use my flush, little Japanese hand saw there, hand jobby. Slice off this end, flush, and then I'll add the 2 side pieces. Haven't figured out how to attach those yet as far as clamping action. And there's the last piece being glued on. Got it clamped on there. So basically I just cut off some Padauk and it left a little lip on there, so those spices will sit on there and they got that little lip around there. So I got to do that. Once that's dry, cut this little piece off. And I whipped up a quick batch of my Rubio. The last little bit, well, last lot bit I had apparently, more than I realized. So I'm just going to lay it on there. Dip this in here. I made way too much. Just slather it on. Wow. That just makes that color pop nice. I didn't get the bottom shelf. Alright, there's part of it. We'll be back once I get it completely finished. Alright, here it is. All I did is just used 2 screws through the inside of the cabinet, screwed into the back, 2 up here, 1 down here. They ain't going nowhere. Now I can put my stuff back away. The only bad thing I'll say is whenever I want something, not knowing what I want, I have to kind of lean over here, look, but it's out of the way. So I'll reorganize this at some point and put my most used important stuff in specific spots. But this is everything I've got. I don't know if the salt thing will fit, because I have to shorten them down. Technically, yes, it fits, but it sits on the lip there. We're not worried about that one. We got all those up there. There we go. I'm happy. It's done. And I don't have to worry about it anymore. Easier to find them. I like it. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Please like, subscribe. You know all that. See you.